A brief demonstration of the SCX Chrono Rally lap timer and counter. This unit was made by Toys in Spain a few years ago, so no longer available from the factory. The electronics are housed in this package, which has been created to replicate the kind of start-finish ramp that's used in rallying. The controller, power pack and the lap sensor all plug in here. The sensor is under the track, just here, and it's a magnetic reed switch and gets triggered by the magnet in the car motor or the traction magnet if there is one fitted. Most slot cars will trigger the switch, such as electric cars, SCX, Carrera, Polycar, NSR, etc. etc. Some older cars might fail to trigger the timing switch because older cars have a less powerful motor, therefore less powerful magnets, and older cars tend to have more ground clearance, and therefore the magnet is higher, or is further away from the track surface than more modern cars. The unit is in its power up state and with 3 dashes on the display. The default lap count is 1, so if I start the timer going, the car will be allowed to do 1 lap, and that will be the end of the timing sequence. I'll show you how to change the number of laps in a few moments. First, let's go with the default setting and show you what happens. To start the car running, well, first of all, the power is isolated from the track until the timing is running. So at the moment the car will not move, but once I start the timing, it will start. It will move. The way to start the timing is to press the mode button. We get a countdown of the LEDs and beeps to tell us that the countdown is in progress. And then once the countdown is finished, the car will be able to move. But as I say at the moment, it will not move. Just got a very short test track set up here, just a very short loop. As you can see, the car came back pretty quickly, and the screen is flashing 2.43. That's telling us that the time taken for the car to complete 1 lap, effectively from the start ramp round to 1 lap, the time taken for that was 2.43 seconds. The display is flashing now to show that the car completed the set number of laps, 1 lap in this case, in 2.43 seconds. You can get further information by pressing the select button, and that shows us the actual time in 3 groups of figures. First group is in minutes, the second group is seconds, and the third group is hundredths of a second. That's 0 minutes, 2 seconds and 43 hundredths. So that's 2.43 seconds, to say it that way. So let's go through that again. 0 minutes, 2 seconds and 43 hundredths. So that's how long it took to complete the 1 lap of the circuit. Once you've read the time like that a few times, you get fairly accustomed to what's happening as it sequences through the minutes, the seconds and the hundredths of a second. To return the system to the default setting, the start point, if you like, the start point, if you press down mode and select together, it takes you back to the status where it's waiting for input with the 3 dashes. I'll now show you how to set more than 1 lap. That's done by holding down the mode button until the display flashes. Display flashing. Then press the select button. It indicates 1 lap, then 5, 10, 15, 20, and then back to 1. So you cannot set it for anything other than those number of laps. Can't set it for 3 laps, say. Can't set it for 21 laps or 22 laps. Only the predefined numbers of laps. So a bit of a limitation, but should work okay for most situations. For the demonstration, I'll select 5 laps. Again, start the sequence, the countdown sequence, by pressing the mode button. The car will not move until the timing is active, so can't go yet. Can't jump the start. So press the mode button, countdown, and the beeps, number of laps shown. I'll drive around slowly so you can see what's happening. First lap was 6.24 seconds, and we've got 4 laps to go. Now you may have heard the beep, 2 beeps there earlier, and that was telling me that I had done a fast lap, basically. The second beep indicating I'd done a fast lap. So we completed 5 laps. The display showing 18.2. That's showing the total time taken to complete the number of laps required. 18.2 seconds. Now if this had been, say, 1 minute 18.2, there's not enough space on the screen to show that, so you can see the full detail by pressing the select button. So press select and it will show the digits of the time in 3 groups. So I'll wait till it goes around. So it's going to show number of minutes, number of seconds, and the number of hundredths of second. So that's 0 minutes, 18 seconds, and 22 hundredths. So effectively that's 18.22 seconds it took to do the full 5 laps. We can get the fastest lap time by pressing the select button again. There's indication under each of the green LEDs to tell us what we're showing. At the moment it's showing the lap time. Down here you can't see it, but it does say fastest lap. And so if I press select again, we get the fastest lap shown. Again, 0 minutes, 1 second, 65 hundredths. So my fastest lap round was 1.65 seconds. Okay. I can display the average lap time shown here with the next press of the select, and it's now saying that the average lap time was 0 minutes, 3 seconds, and 64 hundredths. So that's the average lap time was 3.64. Again, that's because I did some slower laps and some faster laps, and it works out the average across the 5 laps. So that's pretty much it. If I want to go back to reset the device, I can press mode and select, and it'll take us back to starting point. Obviously this is intended for rally or perhaps a sprint where there's only 1 car on the track at a time. So I'll show you what happens when there's more than 1 car running. You basically set up the race as before. Hold down the mode button, set number of laps, select 5 laps, press mode to start. Five laps. So the next car comes along. Again, that's repositioned by hand. You cannot drive it when the timing is not active. So the next car would go on the start ramp. Press mode to start that car. We get the countdown, and away we go. Whoops. That's the second car. Now obviously if this was a competition, you have to probably have a clipboard or somewhere, a piece of paper to write the times down for each car, because the system does not record them. It doesn't store the times. You have to write it down and keep a note manually. And so a third car might come along, and again same thing, we start the sequence again, and as I say, the second beep, if you hear second beep, that means you've done a faster lap than before. So that's the way to do it. Again, we just write down the times for that car and move on to the next car. So if there's, say, a 10-car event, then you'd have to note the times down accordingly, and then work out the winning car again manually, or you could feed it into a spreadsheet on a computer or tablet, and then have the spreadsheet work out which car had achieved the best time and be the winner, and so on and so on. So hope that's been interesting and informative, and that you've enjoyed the video. This is Video Turini, over and out.